So welcome back to part 2 of the service on the Diavel. Today we're going to do the air filter and the spark plugs. So the first thing we've got to do is to take off the seat and the tank to get to the air filter, and one of the spark plugs is underneath here. The other spark plug is on the front cylinder just behind the radiator, so we may have to remove that as well. But let's get these parts off first.
Right, so taking the panels off the side of the tank, you've got a 4mm Allen here and a 3mm there. Moving along here on the side where the air duct is, you've got two 3mm there. There's actually a 4mm that's hidden underneath. Really tricky to get out. You do need to take this one out to be able to take this section of the airbox out before you get this side panel off. Moving to the front, you've got two more 3mm just here, located here, and a 3mm on the side. Once you take these 3 screws off here and the one underneath, this front section, if you just grab it, should just slide straight out. It may take a bit of higgledy and movement, but you will slide it out. Moving on from here, you'll also have a 4mm Allen key under here. Careful when undoing that, because this is the other side that the 4mm screw goes into, and it may pop off from under the back, from behind the actual grommet there. Once you take that off, what you actually need to do is slide this whole unit backwards, and then that will just pop off. There is a clip under here that locates inside this grommet, and that's how you slide that off. Once you've taken that off, you've got one more screw, which is a 4mm that runs through this little hole here, straight into the screw. You can undo that, and now that side panel is ready to come off.
Okay, so to take the side panel off, we're just going to lift it slightly and move it forward to take it out of the grommets that sit underneath. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, this is the evaporative emissions canister. We need to remove this hose here so that we can pull the whole unit up. There's also a pipe this side which we need to take off for the overflow pipe. And then that should lift away. Okay, so now we've got that removed, we've got to take these 2 screws out so we can remove this plastic section. So now we've got 2 screws, one either side here to undo. They're a 4mm Allen key. It's quite tight to get in. Take those 2 out. Then we've got to remove the cable and the hose from the fuel pump. So the cable comes out pretty easy, that's pretty obvious. This fuel pump is a little bit tricky. You've got to push down on the grey ring on the outside, push down on the black part, and then pull the black part out in the middle. It'll come out, just simply like that. Okay, once you've got the tank in the air, there's a cable underneath that you've got to undo, this one here. So just pop that one off and then you'll be able to lift the tank away. Okay, now the tank's out of the way, we've got to take the ECU off, which is just slid onto 2 little blades underneath. So that's just got to be pulled back. And then we want to remove this intake as well. Yep, bit of WD-40 helps on the blades underneath to make that slide off. You can see we put some on before. and then you'll need a Phillips screw for this one.
Plate it.
So a flathead screw for this one, and undo this one, and then we can pop that off as well.
5 mil.
Okay, we need a T20 Torx to undo these 4 screws. Just wiggle that one out, and then we'll be able to see our air filter underneath. So before we pull this air filter out, we want to make sure it's all nice and clean around the area so nothing drops in when the filter is removed. And we're going to pull that out, and it should be nice and clean underneath.
Comparison.
There you go, there's the old one and the new version. Okay, as you can see, the filter goes under here, and where you'll find dirt where you're taking the air filter out is all the way around here. So make sure that's fully clean before you put the new one on.
Yep. So when putting the new filter in, make sure it goes in the right way. You'll know it's upside down when you've got these 2 grooves either side, because they sit in the clips there and there. Give it a firm push. Air filter replaced.
So now the filter's in, we'll just put the cover back on, and the intake tube and the ECU back in its place. And the next job we'll do will be to look at the spark plugs.